Hello, this is Steve Mazzaro from Dynamic Sound Sampling. I'm here to briefly walk through our brand new library, Electrik, which features a collection of different style guitar and bass instruments. All of these guitars were recorded using direct input, or DI, which basically means that instruments have no effects on it, it's a straight signal from the guitar. This means you can use amp simulations and other effects to get the exact sound you want. There are quite a few benefits in doing it this way as well. A sample playing through an amp simulator will always sound more realistic than if they were pre-recorded with effects. Things like chords sound much more realistic, slight volume changes can properly change the characteristic of the tone. You have much more flexibility doing it this way. So let's start off by looking at the 7-string guitar. This guitar, as well as the 9-string, was recorded in stereo. All guitars are actually mono instruments, but sometimes guitarists will double track their guitars and pan them hard left and right for a stereo image. This particular guitar gives you the option to put different effects on each channel. So as you can see here, there are quite a lot of articulations on this one. Let's go ahead and play this and see what it sounds like. You kind of get the idea. Now let's look at the 5-string bass playing the same track. As you can see, there are both picked and fingered articulations. Let's go ahead and listen to this one. Now I've also put together a solo guitar for this track, and I've done so using 2 different 6-string guitars. Let's take a look at the first one, and we'll play the whole track here. And now using the same exact amp simulation and effects, let's listen to the other guitar playing the same thing. So, as you can already see, you have plenty of versatility with this library. Just to listen to some of the other patches with the 7-string, we also have a palm mute loop playing 16ths. And at the top of every instrument, we have swipe sound and effects that you can use to give some realism to the playing. And of course, our library wouldn't be complete without some power slides. So now that we've covered most of the 7-string, let's look over the Stratocaster guitar. As you can see here, each guitar has slightly varied articulations. A lot of the articulations play to the strengths of the specific type of guitar. And now let's look at the 4-string bass. We've also sampled some slightly less common instruments. We've done 2 nylon guitars, a piezo, which is basically an electric guitar with pickups under each individual string as opposed to just under the bed of strings, as well as a looped multi-tracked EBow pad. Let's take a listen to those. We also have some interesting articulations with a lot of the instruments you've already heard. And we do also have a 9-string, as I mentioned earlier, which is basically an instrument that has 3 extra low strings on it. On top of that, we also have a bass guitar played with dulcimer hammers. So that's about it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the library.